Danny Ferron, and I'm interviewing Leroy Jackson. How are you, Leroy?
Hi. How are
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
you? Fine.
All right. So, Leroy, how old are you?
I'm 69.
69. So, what year would that make you born?
44.
So, 1944. Long time.
Long time.
Where were you born?
Price, Utah.
Price, Utah. What's that next? Like right next to?
It's a coal mining town 70 miles up the canyon towards Colorado.
That your dad did.
Yeah.
Was that his main job? Is that what he usually did?
Yeah.
For like as long as you've known, is he just worked there?
He got in a bad cave-in. There's a place up here, it's called Soldier Summit, and they mined like a wax. They even nicknamed it the wax mine. And they put a chemical on it and make it go like paint. And they sprayed it on all the equipment they sent over to Germany during the war. Then after it got over there, it would dry in the air. They had this other stuff they spray on it, and it'd come off, and there would be no salt, no rust, no nothing. It preserves those tanks and all that stuff they used in the Second World War. And my dad got in a bad cave-in and smashed his leg. In fact, some of the guys with him died. When it came time to go back into the mine, he couldn't go back. He couldn't go down in the mine. And my dad wasn't a very big man, but he was real muscular, real stocky guy. Powerful man.
Kind of intimidating also?
A little.
Got mad at you guys?
Oh yeah, when my mom would say something to him, he would beat the hell out of it with a razor strap. But my mom would have to start it, and she'd say, when your dad gets off that bus, you're gonna get a licking. And it might be 10 o'clock, we'd done something she didn't like. And 5 o'clock that afternoon, we see the bus clear down the street like 3 blocks, and we knew when my dad got home, we were gonna get a licking. And we would.
So pretty much stressful all day if you got in trouble.
That was worse, we'd get her over with.
Yeah.
But she wasn't built that way. And they left us quite a few chores to do. We better do them.
How was your home life like, if you could explain it?
Well, we lived in this basement with a roof for almost 3 or 4 years, maybe longer. No, it was more like 10 years. They just poured the concrete and built a roof on it. The Depression homes, nobody had no money back then. Life wasn't that terrible bad. We didn't have nothing, but nobody else did either.
You lived inside your house?
5 of us, 7 of us, mom and dad. There was 5 kids.
5 kids?
2 adults. My brother died, and made me the youngest.
Your youngest brother died?
He went in the army. He was in Vietnam. That's what killed my little brother, Agent Orange. But they'll never admit it.
And what is that?
It's this thing they took our airplanes and they put sprayers on them and they flower these forests and they spray Agent Orange, this liquid chemical on the forest, and all the leaves would fall off. And you can see the enemy. But they also sprayed it on our troops, and they died. And that's what happened to my little brother.
So what memories do you mainly have from high school? I know that there's a lot of crazy memories, but what are some of the ones that stick?
I wasn't a good student because I couldn't read.
Yeah.
So I was a troublemaker. And I found 3 or 4 other guys that were basically in the same situation I was. Instead of going to school, we went over the creek.
Were you like, okay.
They wouldn't let me play ball.
Why?
I smoked.
Okay, so...
And I drank a lot of beer.
Your attendance policy was just...
Oh, they didn't worry about us. They didn't want us back.
Because you were such troublemakers?
Yeah.
So, did they ever try to get you to stay at school?
No, they didn't care back then. They'd shoot in you back the room and give you a coloring book, basically. They didn't try to help you.
If you couldn't read or if you were slower in the class, they would just kind of send you in the back and just ignore you?
Yeah, pretty much.
You ended up dropping out of high school, right?
Yeah, one of my friends, he says, we had to go down and talk to a recruiter and go in the Navy. And I says, yeah, why not? So he's all right with you. And he was going to talk us out of it. He joined with us. And we went in what they called a buddy plan, and me and him were supposed to be together for ever and ever. Once we got back to boot camp in San Diego, and the day we get ready to graduate, our chief petty officer come out and he says, okay, he says, I'm not sure about your orders, except we got 2 guys here on a buddy plan, and they're going to the USS Ranger. And that's Seaman Allman and Seaman Jackson. And I thought, no, it's Seaman Tibbet. They put the wrong name down. They put David Allman's name down. So Jack went on to Japan onto a naval base, and me and Dave went aboard ship.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys just didn't really talk much to each other?
Oh, he tried. I didn't like him.
Didn't he say he had a stutter too?
I stuttered real bad.
So, and
I
how,
got him his job in to talk to him in the personnel office, and he couldn't say it. At Twill Army Depot. I finally said, heck, I would like to go in and talk to the personnel office, please. I said, okay, it's right down the street. And David's over there going, oh, really? He got his tongue tied and not.
What was it that you just didn't like about him?
I don't want to say. He was just a wuss. He says, you know, this is crazy. We're from the same town, with the same age. Well, he's younger than me. We might as well at least get along. Yeah, you're right. No, me and Dave have been friends now for 40 years.
Like, I mean, I know him, so.
His Uncle David, right?
Yeah. What were your thoughts when your parents passed away?
Like I say again, we weren't close. I missed my dad, because I understood my dad. He was a quiet man. He didn't have much to say like me. I guess we're a lot alike in a way. I've never been a big talker unless I was drinking.